We're here to talk about our most anticipated games of 2026 because we both know the only good games are the ones that aren't released yet. Let's do it. What's up, everybody? I'm Mike.
I'm Nick.
We're the Brothers Murph, and yes, it is a new year.
Yes.
Same Murphs, but
Not really new us, yeah.
I mean, it's
I feel like we're constantly trying to grow and be better.
Absolutely.
But there's nothing really new about
not
it.
crazily. But
Yeah.
yes, we're here to talk about the new year, the anticipated games, so the things that
Yeah.
people are saying are coming out this upcoming year. And
They're saying that. Who knows if they will?
you never know with these things. But we're going to talk about those, and as we typically do with this video, is we also kind of take a look back on the last year.
Yeah, give a little channel update.
How'd it go? Yeah, what were our goals? What happened to us in life and in work, and kind of what we hope to accomplish in the year upcoming, and then we will hop into our most anticipated games. So real quick, on the anticipated games front, the list that we're going to give you today are 10 games that we have not played. So they truly are anticipated.
We've actually played a lot of games that are coming out this year. We've already played that before.
Exactly. So what we're going to do is on our Patreon, we're going to talk about 10 games that we have indeed played that are in this upcoming year that we would recommend to you. So again, today's list are going to be games that we are just speculative on. They might be terrible. We don't know. But if you want to know more, become a patron today and check out that list.
Yeah, and if you're also really only interested in the anticipated list, we honestly understand.
We get it.
You don't really want to sit through the whole channel update. There'll be a pinned comment, the very pinned comment there. We'll have a timestamp where you can jump forward to just the list because we're going to talk about our channels with that. So if you don't want that, feel free to pop ahead to that list. No worries.
Yeah.
So now that all them are gone,
Yeah.
let's talk. Yeah. So again, we'll kind of talk about our year and stuff like that. Yeah, it was our first full year in Sacramento. Kind of calendar year.
We moved
January
midway
to
through
January.
2024, so 2025 was fully here in town. Yeah.
Fully here in town, fully here with like Jimmy and stuff like that. And we're gonna talk about it a couple of times, but like it was a weird year. One, just like world stuff, the stuff that's happening here is like crazy and weird and
Banana
bad.
Pants crazy.
And there was like tons of tariffs and stuff. There's a ton of uncertainty in the board gaming world. So it was just like a very odd year.
Yeah.
And that kind of reflected throughout our channel where like there are certain videos that did really well, some did like way worse than we were expecting. It was just like this year was all over the place.
It was really hard in every sense to predict anything about what was about to happen next. Both in life and in work. And so I think that's sort of the
theme of 2025.
The theme of 2025.
2026, going worse.
So far, so
that's
bad.
great. Yeah, exactly. So our first full year in the studio, it was really nice to have the full year. We obviously got
very nice,
very comfortable and like used to working in here and kind of like getting to use the space in like different ways.
I feel like
and stuff like that.
The studio space is fully operational. We know how to wield it to its fullest potential. Using more of the space for more of our content.
Yeah, which has kind of been one of the main things where we wanted a space with multiple things so we could use it. And we'll kind of talk about those kind of videos in a bit. But yeah, so again, kind of a weird year. It was both like slow for us and really busy. There were like a month here and there where we had like kind of like not much work at all. And then a couple months where we had like 2 or 3 months of work in like a 3-week period.
Like October, if you saw, we had playthroughs like every other day. It's just everyone happened to have their thing coming in October. Again, partially because people were delaying starting their projects and launching stuff because of the uncertainty of tariffs and things. So it was, I'd say, probably ultimately evened out mostly, but it was very not consistent. It was up and down and all around.
A tumultuous year for everything, right? And so again, not necessarily a bad year. Just in terms of like from the business standpoint, but it was just a very odd year where it was like weird droughts, crazy floods. It was just like, kind of all over the place. And and we kind of talked about throughout the year, and as we're reflecting back upon the year, we were, looking kind of back at videos and stuff, and it's interesting because like there's a lot of, it feels like it was a very down year on the channel. And we kind of talk about, we always kind of go through like our stats, like how many views we got over the year. And it's like, it was a pretty normal year, but it just felt really down. It felt like this year we had to like claw tooth and nail to get like every view that we possibly could. Like there was a lot of videos that did really well, but there was a ton of videos that were like really big disappointments in terms of like how they performed. And it was, it was just as we said multiple times, it was a weird year.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like a product of, folks not being, taking in as much content. doing other stuff with their time or whatever. But yeah, it was kind of hard to, again, predict. Like, we're like, okay, we think, this should, and that's the algorithm, and that's the internet for you. But it was
some videos that like we knew, like our biggest video of the year, which we'll talk about in a sec, like we kind of knew would do well. But there's a lot of videos that we like also like we're like, oh yeah, this should do well, and then just really didn't.
They came in like 20% lower than we thought.
Yeah, or just like it was just weird, and a lot of it was some experimental stuff, which like sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't. A lot of the kind of more entertainment-based stuff tends to never do that well, unfortunately. But there's a couple things we're just like literally all of us were like, that is weird. I thought that would do better than that, and it just didn't. And so again, just kind of an odd year. Not necessarily a bad. There's a lot of bad stuff that happened in the year. Not a lot of bad stuff in terms of like the Bros Murph channel. But yeah, just kind of a weird one, and we're hoping that this year is a little more like stable. I'm not that like expectant of that, but hoping for that a little bit.
We, as always, our mission on the channel is to just be beacons of light.
Yes, that's
be positive, bring good vibes. It's just vibes out here.
This one says proof. I guess that's the company, but proof of good vibes.
Proof of good vibes.
Who knows?
And give people hopefully a reprieve from
the world,
the doom scroll,
and
stuff like that. So, and like that's the part we can control. You know what I mean? So, like, just for anyone that's here, and if you do find that bit of reprieve, or hey, here's a friendly face and stuff like that, I'm super happy to hear that, and I hope that we can continue to provide that for you.
We've ever really wanted,
We will always have that be our mission, our number one.
Be that little bit of escape, as this is a bit of an escape for us as well. Yeah. So. From a personal standpoint, this was kind of the year of hobbies.
The year of the hobby.
Again, like a lot of, it's one of those weird things where like a lot of bad stuff happening in the country, in the world, and stuff like that, but like we each had like on a personal standpoint, like okay years and stuff like that. And it was really the year of hobbies. Because it was kind of our first full year here, we were able to be like fully settled in and like spend some time. Yeah, so we kind of each started like doing a bunch of like new stuff that we've kind of always wanted to do. I started woodworking, which has been like a dream of mine, like my entire life, literally.
Yeah.
I finally am renting a place where I have a garage for the first time in my life, and so
again, moving to Sacramento has created certain opportunities that were harder to pull off in the apartment culture of Los Angeles.
Unbearably expensive, but at least you can get slightly more for your dollar than you can in somewhere like LA. But yeah, so like I've been started woodworking, it's been really good. On our Discord channel, I've posted some of like the bowls I've been making because I've been doing a lot of wood turning specifically.
Yeah. Which you've really always wanted to give it
I've really always wanted to get into wood turning, and it's been incredibly fun, and there may be some news about that in the future here.
Just stay tuned.
Maybe smallish bowls that you might be able to purchase.
You're going to be able to buy them, all right? Just don't worry about it for right now.
We'll see. Check out our Kickstarter later. But nonetheless, so that's been really fun. Again, that's been like our dad is a carpenter, like a union carpenter our whole lives. Our grandfather was a woodworker. Yep. So I've always wanted to do it. And this year I finally got to, and it's been freaking just the beacon of light. I just go home and just go in my garage and ignore the world. And it's great.
It's great. My newest hobby, which I have in part thanks to you and your woodworking, and you even got me started on this, is wood carving. I'm learning how to whittle wood.
So where did that come from?
I've always been interested.
Is it just son-in-law?
Mostly.
Okay.
Yeah, mostly it's from son-in-law, Pappy or whatever his name is, I think. And just wanting to say maybe I could whittle wood with sometime cool buddy.
We'll see if we can find that clip. I don't think we'll be able to.
Oh, you 100% can. Son-in-law is a classic. I just rewatched Son-in-Law like 2 weeks ago.
That's true.
And it's still amazing.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I've just been interested in it. Like we grew up in scouting and stuff, and so wood carving, woodworking is a merit badge and stuff, and so I've just been intrigued by it. And I like the idea of like something with your hands that isn't holding the rectangle of sadness, just the simplicity of creation and stuff like that. And like, it's kind of wonderfully dated, a dated hobby, but a good way to pass time. It's a pastime. You can have a fire, have a fire pit out back, sit by the fire and just carve something, make a cat or whatever. I don't know. I'm not that good at it.
You made a little bear the other day?
I made a little bear.
It was cute.
I'm learning. I'm just trying stuff. And so, yeah, that's been really fun. But
Yeah.
something to do with my hands that is not
scrolling,
holding the thing to stare into the abyss.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, that's been really cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. We started playing disc golf this year, which is cool. Which shouts out to Justin from Restoration Games. Mm-hmm. We were texting with him, and he had started playing disc golf, and we were kind of each looking for. We've been playing pickleball for a while, which we still really love. But we kind of, at least I personally, had fallen off it a little bit, and we really enjoy like things that get us up and moving and stuff, but aren't like running, like I'm not like I like passive exercise,
I like having an activity to do and then exercise happens.
Yeah, exactly.
So pickleball was that for us and stuff, but schedule wise and things have been tough.
Yeah,
but
just logistically it's a lot harder here than it was
disc
in LA.
golf's nice. That's a good way to get a couple miles walking
Yeah,
in.
yeah, and so we've been playing disc golf. It's been very fun.
Super fun, man.
Yeah, we're good.
We're getting good.
I don't know if we're getting good.
We're getting better.
We're getting better, for
There you
sure.
go.
For sure.
We start so
better.
low. There's only you can only
you can only go up. You can only go up.
But yeah, we've been playing disc golf. It's been super fun. There's a
number
couple
of courses
and stuff like fairly near to work and to each of our homes. So we kind of, depending on where we all are, go to different places. And that's been so nice.
It's been good.
It's been really, really lovely.
Yeah,
I've
because we
been
like
loving
throw
that.
disc, chat.
So you said chit chat, yeah. So that's been really cool. So yeah, that's been like the year of the hobby, like diving into different stuff.
Start making jam this year.
Yeah, dude. Like
started canning. A little bit of gardening.
Yeah.
Houseplants.
We built a greenhouse.
We built a greenhouse for Mike's wife. Yeah.
For her 40th birthday.
Yeah.
Like,
it's been a year of hobbies, which is good. Get into hobbies.
Camping
like get lost
as
in your
well.
hobbies, y'all. It's so good. Even in not weird times, it's just so good to get hobbies, especially ones that you're like working with your hands if you're able to.
And of course, continuing our hobby of board gaming.
Yes,
too,
of course, which we played a lot of board games this year, which was great. So yes, that's a kind of rough look at the year, like what happened. It was again good, bad, weird, busy, slow. It was a very weird year.
I feel like us for most people is a
mixed
bag.
It was an odd one. So we always kind of go over like some stats from the year because a lot of people like those kinds of things and they're interesting. So our stats were actually very, very similar to last year's, which were also similar to the year before. So even though it felt like a down year, it kind of wasn't.
It was just, again, weird.
Yeah, it felt very down. There was a lot of disappointments, but like it kind of ended up being the same kind of year. So maybe, who knows? We got 3.3 million views this last year.
Across the
last
channel.
year, we got 3.3 million. So like it's literally exactly the same.
Consistency,
Absolutely
baby.
consistent. 463,000 hours of watch time, which is something around 50 years.
That number always blows my brain, where it's just like people watch 50 years worth of time worth of content. I'm like,
and again,
what?
A lot of people do that in a day, which is so weird to me.
Oh, yeah.
Like so weird to me. We got 9,800 subscribers. That was the main thing that we struggled with this year. Is last year we got like 10,500. So it wasn't like we didn't like go down by like 50%, but it was just we really, really struggled. Like a lot of our top 10s, which tend to get us a lot of our subscribers, just didn't get us as much as we usually think they would. We had one that's big this year is we hit 50,000 subscribers this year.
Mega!
And we had a video where we mentioned that in the video, saying, hey, we're close to 50,000 subscribers. That video got us a bunch of subscribers. But it's like one of the things, like if you took away that video, our subscriber count would have been a lot less this year. So this year was really hard for us to get subscribers. For whatever reason, we don't entirely know why. One thing is like, so if you watched our video from last year, we kind of mentioned that like halfway through the year when we moved to Sacramento, our channel took a big downturn.
Yeah.
Because if you take time off on YouTube, YouTube punishes you for it. And throughout the whole second half of the year, we were kind of in the dregs of YouTube where like our stuff wasn't getting pushed out by YouTube. We weren't in any semblance of algorithm, not that we usually are. But like we basically weren't able to get past our own audience, and that basically continued all the way through 2025. And we're still kind of in that. A lot of the reasons why a lot of our videos didn't do quite as well as we thought they were is because they're just not getting past our own audience. Which is tough because we
appreciate you, by the way.
We
for
do
being that
appreciate you,
audience.
yeah. But for the growth of the channel,
Yeah.
we need to be hitting people who don't know us, or at least don't watch us that often. So make sure to like videos, make sure to share them, make sure to click on them soon if you see them. If you don't watch it right away, click on them. All that stuff matters to YouTube because this year was, with the exception of that one video, a pretty darn down year in terms of subscribers because we just couldn't get out of our own bubble. And it sucks that we took 2 months off and we've been more or less punished by YouTube for like a year and a half now.
Yeah, despite consistent uploads.
Yeah, which is like, how it is. But ultimately, it was a good year. And we're planning on having a good year. We're planning on really, really pushing this year. We had 102 videos last year.
That's pretty dang good.
Which is like one every 3 days, basically. And that's not including shorts. That's just videos.
Yeah, that's lovely.
Yeah, that's a good amount of videos. Good amount of videos.
Heck yeah.
Our biggest video, which we kind of assumed it would be, was our top 10 games you can play forever. We did top 10 games played forever. Got 146,000 views last year. That was also the video where we were pushing for 50,000, where we got a lot of our subscribers, which was pretty cool. That was great. Our biggest short was it's called It's Worth It, but Dang. It was a short that Mike made about trying to play a game and then your kid kind of...
Yeah, trying to have a game night and stuff, but you have a kid so that you can... Basically, the gist of it was you can do all the stuff. You can learn the rules. You can set the game up. You can have everyone scheduled. And your kid will ultimately decide whether or not you get to do your plan. Because if they decided it's not going to happen,
it ain't going to happen. Yeah. So that was the biggest short. Got 47,000 views, but it actually wasn't our biggest short of the year. Our biggest short of the year was, at this point, like 2 years ago, Mike did a blind ranking, which he's done multiple times, but there's one for some... It has Root in the thumbnail. That's our guess. That's a popular game. Yeah. For some reason... YouTube likes this one. That one got 99,000 views last year. Keep in mind, it was our biggest short the previous year too.
Yeah, wow.
So
it just continually gets circulated.
And the thing is it's growing faster at this point than it was. It's just for whatever reason, this is the one that YouTube was like, this is the short we're gonna push nonstop. And like, I don't know why. But it got 100,000 views this last year, and it hasn't slowed down at all. So I don't know why that one. YouTube is weird like that.
It's because they make hecka good content.
Hecka dumb good content. Right. But yeah, so that's a little bit of stats for this year. Again, pretty similar to last year. Yeah. This year we're gonna be pushing it.
We're gonna be pushing it, folks. I'm gonna tell you right now. We crossed 50,000 this past year. We'd love to cross 75.
We're gonna try. We're gonna try this year.
We're gonna try our.
Who knows?
We're gonna try our darndest.
Usually when we have subscriber goals, they don't work. But hey, we're gonna go for it because why not? Because here's the thing. One thing Mike and I realized is we're very ambitious and we're very optimistic, which means we get disappointed a lot, to be completely honest. At least I do.
It's a good thing, but there's two sides to that coin.
We're very ambitious, we're very optimistic. It's a very double-edged sword.
Overly optimistic, maybe?
But we're going for it, damn it. Optimism is my driving force in life. It's my higher power.
Hey man, it was our grandfather's last words to us is to be very ambitious, and I feel like we've lived to
literally his last words to us was be ambitious. So we're doing it for you, Grandpa Hans. Love you. All right, so now we're going to talk about some goals. We'll talk about the goals we had last year and whether or not we thought we kind of accomplished them, and then we'll talk about some goals for this year. So last year, one of our goals was to have more entertainment-centric, kind of like / challenge videos.
I feel like that is the goal that we really did the best. We had quite a few...
Oh, yeah.
Again, when we say entertainment, we mean things that are not purely informational video.
Like this is an information video.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that you all are crying because you're laughing so hard.
It's
hilarious.
So funny.
This is an information. Top 10s, playthroughs. Those are all information videos.
Yeah, you're here to gather information, which a lot of board gamers are watching board game content to gather information. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But we're like, you know what? Let's also have some fun.
Yeah. So it's like challenges. You know, we did a video like where we said like one nice thing about every game of the top 100, like very like more experimental,
kind of scavenger hunt type things that Jimmy puts us through, all sorts of stuff like that. We had much more than any year in the past, I would say.
Yes, for sure. And again, it's kind of tough because unfortunately, none of those videos did particularly well. A lot of them did kind of they're never going to be as big as like a top 10. That's just not what the people want. I'm saying capital P people, not you as an individual. The people want top 10s. The people want reviews about hot games. That is a fact. But like, even then, they didn't do that well. And then throughout the year, they kind of were doing worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah,
for the most part. So this year, we're definitely going to cut back on them because frankly, this is the problem with content creation is like, those are the things we like doing the most. The problem is those are the things that do like the worst on our channel.
And they often require
a lot of effort, particularly from Jimmy, because Jimmy's usually the one running those, and he's usually the brainchild for those.
He's the architect.
He's the architect. He edits those videos. It's a ton of work. So when they get like 2,000 views, and we put so much work into them, it's the problem with content. It's like, the ones you want to do, you have to balance this, like, what's actually going to get you views, which, like, we have to get views as a channel. Like, it's just the reality of the situation. Sure. A lot of people say, like, just do what you want. It's like, that's just not how it works. You have to get views. And so it's like this mix of, like, you need to get views, but you want to do the things you're passionate about. But a lot of times the things you're passionate about don't get any views. So watch them, I guess. And I know a lot of people who are watching this part of this video do watch those videos. Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely tough when you're like, man. Again, this year was hard for that, where it was just kind of felt like it was like kind of like gut punch after gut punch in terms of disappointment, at least for me personally. Like a lot of stuff just didn't do as well as we wanted to.
Sure.
Despite us really loving the idea and putting a ton of effort into
Still
it.
super proud of all those videos.
For sure,
that we've done.
yeah.
In terms of like our creative fulfillment from them,
Yes.
very high.
Yeah, creatively fulfillment. We wanted to do more like kind of like video essay type videos. We technically succeeded at this
couple.
because we did one.
We did one true like video essay video,
Yes.
your Prodigals Club video, which is amazing. And
Yeah.
so Nick's favorite game is Prodigals Club, and you go in depth into the things you like about the game, the things that aren't so great about the game, the reasons why that doesn't matter, injecting a ton of humor, filming from everywhere in the studio.
Yeah.
A really highly produced video, which was such a
Yeah.
I'm personally a fan of it.
Yeah, I love that video. I think it's the best video I personally have ever made.
Yeah,
like
we
because it was
definitely wanna do more
a
of
solo event feature. Yeah, but again, it kind of comes back to the fact that like the video did okay. It didn't do great. It's like it did like 15,000 or so views is what it's at now. But like a middling top 10 will get like at least 20,000. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like that's the toughest. Like that video took a month for me to do.
Yeah, right.
And then a top 10 we can do in like a day.
Yeah.
And so it's like, it's really, you can see the thing is like, it's really, really hard. So again, just like those videos, share them around, keep on watching them, y'all. We're not gonna stop doing that's not what we're saying. We're just saying like, try to be open about these things. Like it's really, really hard doing this as like a job, particularly when, like a lot of times the stuff you really put your heart into doesn't land that well, and it's just like, it's gonna be tough. But yeah, we did one of those. Definitely want to do more of those. We have lots of plans for videos like that. So please watch them, because if they're a ton of effort and no one's watching them, we're gonna stop doing them. I'll just tell you right now, because it's just not worth it at the end, unfortunately. But yeah, we still want to be doing more of those. We have tons of ideas for those kinds of videos and really, really enjoy doing them. And that's one thing we always come back to. It's like, man, those videos, at least we love making them.
Yeah, that's
And
all
it's
we
like,
can control.
Yeah, that's all we can control. We love making them. We want to do more videos that utilize the whole studio. We definitely did that.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of the content you see comes from the room that you're seeing us in right now.
Yeah, or the other room, right?
Because we do a lot of playthroughs and sponsored content, and so this room is designed for that purpose. But using our sitting room, we moved our couch recently in there for some content. Filming things at our other Artig table out there, using our office space as well. I think we did a lot better at using all different areas of the studio. Want to do even more of that.
Because one kind of video we did more of this year, and we're going to keep doing more because we really enjoy it, is sometimes there's solo videos. Like Mike did like games that are better digitally. I did like my preferred games I prefer solo. And in those kinds of videos, we're like, let's move around. Like, let's set this up in different places in the office. It just changes the scenery. It's more fun to do. So we definitely did that, and that is not going to stop. If anything, is going to increase.
Yeah.
Because it's when you're in the middle of filming it, it's actually not. It seems harder than it actually is.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my God, we're constantly move stuff and change stuff, and it's like it's really not that bad. And so we're definitely doing that more because we really, really enjoy. That's why we got this space, is so we could utilize the whole thing. Another goal we had last year was more recreational gaming, and we definitely did that. We still never get to game as much as we want to, but we definitely did a lot more just like having a game day than we have in a long time.
Yeah, we did a couple times during the football season where I would go over to your house and you'd bring your dining room table into the living room, and we would just watch football all day and play board games.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. We played like 3 or 4 board games, get lunch at some point, football's on in the background. It was like the best. We got to do that twice. That was super cool. And
had a bunch of game days with Jimmy. It was just, we had a lot more recreational gaming. That's another goal for this year, is just more of that, even more of that, keeping our hobby alive. It's very easy to lose your hobby when you do this as a job. And so we've been able to keep it alive, and I still really, really love this hobby so much. Last year we wanted to go to less conventions, which we definitely did. I think we
just did 3, I think, right?
Well, no, we did. We did do 3.
We did Dice Tower West.
Dice Tower West, the 2 BGG cons, and then we also did Rage Con, which is
Oh no, you're right. Yeah, Rage Con.
a convention in Reno, Nevada, and we also went to GAMA, which is not really a convention; it's a trade show. We're not going back to GAMA because it just isn't necessary. So like this year, at least as of right now, we're planning on going to Dice Tower West. We know
go there.
Probably BGG Spring, almost assuredly BGG Fall. We might go back to Rage Con, but those are really the only 3 like that are like. Oh, and then the one in Iceland.
We're going to Midgard in Iceland.
Midgard in Iceland. If you're going to Midgard in Iceland, we'll be there, and I'm very excited.
Be there.
Yeah, indeed. So less conventions.
I am going to be there, and I will be jet lag.
That's true. That is true.
It's going to be awesome.
So we're probably going to go to the same amount of conventions. I feel like it felt good, the amount of conventions we did last year, so we'll probably keep doing that. And then the last goal we had last year was more game design.
Yeah, more game design. So Jimmy is a game designer, magnifico, who's been kicking around ideas and stuff forever. Jimmy's just got a brain, a tinkering kind of brain. He's a very smart individual who has lots of cool ideas for various things. And, you know, in kind of the vision of bringing him on with us, is like, I would love to help, if we can, have a board game design of his come to life, which we have already successfully done with Table Fables. Our first Table Fables. There will be more. And so Jimmy and I will, you know, once a month ideally, do like a day where we do a play test or two in the morning. Then we get lunch and we watch a movie on a list, and so it's kind of recreation and work and stuff. And that's something that definitely I want to do more of. But we definitely did more of those kind of like, you know, let's play test a specific thing, a specific mechanism that he's been kicking around, or a new iteration on a game that's a little bit further in development. And I sort of take on that developer role.
How many games would you say we have in active development right now? It's like 4 or 5. Isn't
Yeah.
it?
I'd say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
in different stages and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's
and there's way more ideas and stuff. But like in active like play testing, it's like 4 or 5.
Yeah, which is really fun.
Yeah.
And I've actually really enjoyed, I wouldn't call myself like a designer myself, but
Not
like as a
yet.
developer, I feel like I function well.
You are,
in kind of bouncing ideas, iterating and stuff with Jimmy, because Jimmy's got the big brains for it. But it's been really fun. I really enjoy it, and I want to lean further in that direction in the future.
Yeah. Awesome. All right, so then we're going about some goals for this year. Some of them are the same. Like we want to have more recreational gaming. We're probably going to go the same amount of conventions. More design, more game design. We definitely want to. You're getting a little bit of dabbling design. I'm dabbling a little bit of design, which is something I thought I'd never do. So yeah, definitely more of that. And again, kind of we want to do more video essays and like higher production video. We have, again, tons of ideas for these videos. And we really enjoy doing them. You know, even like when we did we kind of reviewed. We're also doing a little bit more review stuff. We're not doing like kind of typical reviews, but slightly different.
Yeah.
But we reviewed 5 expansions we played recently. But even then, we were like, let's bounce around the studio. Let's do this in kind of a more high production value instead of us just like sitting right here, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with this kind of video. We do them a lot, but it's like we enjoy producing videos like that are like that.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like more and more things. We're like, okay, we could just do this like sitting at a table, but can we do it in a slightly cooler way or a slightly more production value-y way? And so more of those are going to be coming because we really enjoy doing them. So make sure to watch them because we like them a lot. We want to do more discussion videos.
That's something I really want to get into.
Yeah, Mike really wants to get into, and we do like kind of like one thing that falls under discussion video that we always do every year is we do like a Gen Con 1 year later. Where we talk about all the games we either got at Gen Con or came out at Gen Con that we've played. Basically, do they hold up after a year? And people always really seem to like that video, but that's, again, us just kind of sitting here talking about stuff. And we want to do more of those because, one, we really enjoy doing them. We enjoy discussing the hobby or games kind of in that casual way. The audience seems to like them, and they're relatively easy to produce.
Yeah.
So it's kind of a win-win-win in that kind of video, and we just enjoy doing them.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's really cool. I think there's so many topics within this hobby that are worth discussing. Folks who've been with us for a long time will remember Metagame Minute, and that's essentially what that was. But that was, of course, just one of us doing a solo video and talking about a certain topic. It's like, well, that'd be really cool to open up with you, me, and Jimmy, and having a discourse about this thing, kind of almost a la like a podcast. But obviously a video format. I think it'd be really fun. It's just something that in addition to this being our job and what we do for a living, it's just like we're also just like interested in this hobby.
Yes.
And so it's what we kind of do normally is just yammer on about this or that. And I think it'd be really cool to capture those discussions and do that. I think it'd be really fun.
Yeah. So we also want to do like 3D printing videos. We used to do these back in the day. It's been like 5 or 6 months now. We got another 3D printer because that one died a long time ago, and I've been wanting to do more 3D printing videos because there's not that many videos that come out about that, and it's just really nice to have a 3D printer for things like inserts, for like kind of upgrades that we really enjoy doing. So why not make videos about them? I always enjoyed doing them back in the day, and so we're going to kind of continue doing those. But one of the main things we want for our channel this year is a more regular release schedule. This year particularly was weird and bad because, again, stuff was like barren and then really bunched up. So our channel was just like all over the place in terms of like, sometimes there were like 6 videos in a week. Sometimes there was no video for like 2 weeks. So we really want to be having like 1 or 2 videos, not including playthroughs, because playthroughs we can't really control because those are almost always sponsored.
On someone else's schedule.
So like we can't really control when those come out. But the other ones we can. So we really want to be having like at least 1 video a week, preferably 2 if we can do it. And it's like every Tuesday and Thursday there's a video, and kind of have a somewhat more regular schedule for like the non-playthrough videos on our channel, because it's better for y'all because you kind of know when stuff is coming. And it's also just easier for us because we're not then just trying to get stuff out really quickly while we have 2 seconds to breathe. You know?
I think that's it. It's like, it's easier for everyone. I think it's more effective. It's more fair to you to know, hey, this is when I know there's gonna be something coming out from these guys and stuff. And so, I think it'll just help keep a cleaner mental schedule, if nothing else, to be really kind of locked in with times that we have, again, releases for our channel that are outside of those playthroughs. So that'll be in addition to any of those, having a really kind of regimented release schedule.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to be doing another Kickstarter this year. We actually planned...
Yeah, baby.
Yeah, like 2 years ago when we did our last one, we had planned on starting to do them every year, just because like a lot of people don't want to support like Patreon stuff, which is totally fine. And so it's a lot of people's preferred way to support the channel if they want to. It's cool because we can offer like products and stuff that we can sell or something like that. We always have something that we're actively selling. Last time was Table Fables. We sold our on Match Set. We'll definitely be selling those again. We have some other ideas of stuff we want to do that we'll kind of keep under wraps for right now.
We have a fun promo.
Promo for
Wayfarers of the South
I guess we could just say it,
which has been made. So
they look
that
cool.
is done to us. Shouts out to the Miko for
Shouts
making
out to
that.
Miko and Shen and
to Garfield Games for
exactly.
providing that. So yeah, we always want to have something that you can purchase.
Yeah.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong
No,
with
I
saying
wanna
like,
make that
hey, I
very
do this
clear.
channel. If you can support, that'd be great.
No shade
but
at all.
It's nice to have stuff to offer people, especially people coming back year after year. Have something they can buy.
We don't know if we're going to have a new game this year, mostly because like we don't have one ready in time. The tariff stuff is still super, super weird. So we're, at least as of right now, it's up in the air, basically, is what we're going to say. We won't guarantee. We'll have other new stuff that we're selling, maybe some of the woodworking stuff we know kind of we're talking about. But that'll be happening this year, and we are planning on doing those every year. Just last year, honestly, like, time got away from us. We never actually ended up doing it, which was a bummer because, it's good to do. And so we will be doing it this year. Not entirely sure when, probably summer, early fall, somewhere in there.
Yep.
Which also means we'll be doing our top 100 games. Yes. Because last time we did our top 100 games kind of in conjunction with like Kickstarter, we're going to do that again. And I'm very happy. I really like doing our top 100 games.
They're fun, man.
And I feel like, I was talking with Jimmy, I feel like my top 10 is going to be weird.
Yeah?
I feel like it's going to be weird. I think my top 100 is going to be shaken up.
I love it.
I think it's going to be different.
I'm so curious.
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like it's going to be really different.
Probably mine will be as well. I feel like ours
yours I feel like
tend
is
to change.
different a lot more than mine.
That's exciting.
Yeah,
man.
I just have this hunch. I was looking through my top 10 last time, and I was like, 4 or 5 of these I think are almost assuredly not going to be in there.
Ooh, that's called a tease
That's
for the future. That's cool. Yeah, so we're gonna do our top 100. That's gonna be awesome, along with our Kickstarter campaign. And yeah, we're gonna have some fun gigs. We're gonna do our Christmas cards again, our unhinged Christmas cards with personal notes attached.
Hey, we're weird.
It was so fun. And all sorts of stuff like that. So that's something we want to do.
Yeah. Kind of the last thing is trying to get more concrete stuff about a convention. We've been talking about doing Bing Bong Con for a long time.
Forever, yeah.
For a very long time.
It's been forever.
The thing is like recently, Mike particularly, he's been like going to hotels. He's actually been trying to get information, and we cannot get anyone to get back to us.
It's weird. I'm like, I don't know.
We're like actively like emailing people, trying to figure out like, hey, we need to get like rates of that. So we are actively trying. I don't know when. We're not going to say when.
I've been marching. I've been going into places.
Been trying, but we really want to have a little convention.
Yeah, I did a tour of convention spaces recently, and in the process of getting quotes and stuff. Because we'd love to make it happen, and we'd love to see.
We're going to say it every year.
What the possibility is. Yeah, I mean that's always going to be the goal, is to do it. As being a small business and stuff, we'll have to figure out how and when we can. But 100%.
That's the plan. We're still going to talk about it. And we actually have been actively trying to make that move forward. And and yet we keep getting stymied.
If this space that I went to is one that we could afford and everything like that, it'd be great.
It looks
I'm
good,
like,
yeah.
Come on, man. Let's
Freaking
work together.
Sacramento Convention Center, the whole thing, first con.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not us?
Everyone gets their own room. It'll be great.
Amazing.
Yeah, and so that's pretty much the last one is just survive the year. Who knows, y'all? It's wild out there.
Sometimes you
It's
have to make
terrible.
that a goal because it's not guaranteed.
Yeah, it unfortunately is not guaranteed. So, but nonetheless, that is the end of our kind of channel update. Thank you all so much for watching our stuff, engaging in our stuff. It really means everything. You know, a lot of this was kind of like, yeah, this year was weird, and a lot of stuff was disappointing. In the end, we love what we do. I would not be wanting to do anything else. I love this. I love making videos. Even when they do sometimes like, oh, that didn't do what I wanted it to. I still wouldn't change a dang thing. I love doing this.
And so many of you, engaged with our content, left awesome comments, continued the discussion that was started in our video and stuff. So we are super grateful for you for, just your time, for finding any value in what we do. We're grateful for that. And so, when we talk about a down year and stuff, it sounds, like a lot of complaining and things. These are champagne problems. But,
yes, that's the thing, right?
But yeah, we just don't want it to be lost that we don't see the viewership that we do have and, the support that we do have, which is amazing. We're very lucky to be able to do this, especially do this as a job. So,
absolutely.
So with that said, I think it's time we bring back all those unsubscribed people are just skipping ahead.
Yeah, indeed.
All right, so listen, if you jumped ahead, this is for you real quick. Check your subscription. Have you subscribed to us? Because if you jumped ahead, I'm thinking you aren't subscribed.
You have to.
If you're not subscribed, we're not giving you the list until you subscribe.
That's the gift you give to us for skipping all of our emotional, lovely stuff on our channel.
I'm just waiting for you
Mike's
to subscribe.
Mike's watching the subscriber
You have 5 seconds to subscribe or else this video's going to turn off and we're going to start the list for everyone else. Okay, now you're good. Now you're
Thank you. If you jumped ahead, you have to subscribe. That's the rules.
All right.
So we're talking about our top 10 anticipated games.
Yeah.
Clearly, this is not all of the games coming out.
It might be. Might be all the games.
It might be all the games. We'll also say that we are going off of when they say they're going to come out on BGG, like the date that says. 2 of these were on last year's list because they didn't come out last year. So just know this is not a guarantee that these games will come out, but we are interested in them.
Yes.
So let's go ahead and get number 10. Number 10 is not like, it's a new version of this game, but we still never played Colosseum.
No, we haven't. It's a Wolfgang Kramer game, co-design with Wolfgang Kramer, and it's Colosseum: The Grand Spectacle for Fantasia. It's a new version coming out with art from the Miko, and this is historically it's a game where you are basically trying to outfit the Roman Colosseum with different types of gladiators and beasts and things. And you're trying to gather fame to become the grand impresario of the Colosseum. So this new version has, it's deluxeified, but it also does have like a refresh of the rules and stuff. There is going to be a rule set that is like, if you want to play like the old rules and everything, this is how, but the game is like 1 round shorter. Now everyone will be putting stuff into the same Colosseum because there is only actually one Roman Colosseum.
That is true.
But in the game, you each have your own one. So now you'll have like gates that you are like the sponsor of.
Makes sense.
And kind of streamlined gameplay and everything. So I'm like really excited because like this is one we've always heard about. Love art by the Miko and stuff. And I'm like, this might be the time to jump in and try this.
It might be, yeah.
If it's been kind of reworked a little bit. So I'm excited for it.
Yeah. Again, it keeps getting reprinted because people love it, right? So
it's been around for a long time.
Colosseum is our number 10. Number 9 is a game we actually have, but we haven't played it yet, and I am still very looking forward to it. This is going to be Capybara Crush.
Little card game.
Little card game. This might be people like Park Life People and stuff, right?
Yep.
Which we really, really like. And so this is just a little teeny card game. The rules are like this big. It's a very simple little game, but this is a game where you have it's flooding and you need to save all the little baby animals with your capybaras.
Yep.
We like all different kinds of games, to be completely honest.
Saying.
This
list really
it's really all over the place, yeah. But nonetheless, and so basically you have like 3 little capybaras and you're putting all the animals on your head.
Yeah, and stacking them up above.
Stacking them on your head. And so you're basically getting cards from the river, which is these 5 cards, and those will have different animals on them, and you can basically put that on top of a capybara's head and you've rescued those ones, or you can flip it over and make a new capybara. You can only have 8 capybaras, and the game will end once someone has 8 and 8. Basically 8 cards on top, 8 on the bottom. That'll be the end of the game.
Okay.
So, and then basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to make sets of these animals that are connecting. So again, like each of these cards with the baby animals is like 4 animals tall. It's like a goat and then a little fruit and then a pig or whatever they are. all these kind of things. And so you basically want them card by card to be like touching each other. So you basically draw a line.
So as you make a little tableau, you have like a connected line of.
And so at the end of the game, you'll go animal by animal, like, okay, what's like your biggest continuous chain of like goats? Okay, that's your score for this. What's your biggest continuous chain of like these little fruits? That's this. And so basically you're gonna go through all that. There's also a background on each of these cards, so you're trying to get the backgrounds together. And that's pretty much it. That's the whole game, but it's like, this is just one of those like, teeny tiny little games. It's very small. Put in your pocket, take it anywhere, play it with anybody. And I like these kinds of games. And I really like Park Life People, and so I'm just very excited about anything they come out with, and it looks very cute.
All right, next up is going to be a bigger kind
Same
of
game.
area control thing, very Capybara forward. It's Avalon, the Riven Vale. It's about Arthurian legend stuff, where
it's made by the same people who made Oathsworn.
Yeah, so like
big.
That's exciting though,
and probably very good.
Probably very good. But this one is you are basically like rival factions. It's kind of in this time where like King Arthur has fallen and stuff, and you're on the mystical Isle of Avalon, and the rift between the other side and our world is thin, and so people can cross through. And you're basically trying to like bond with mythical beasts and take over the land and kind of dominate the area, kind of big area control-y.
Yeah. Very different from Oathsworn.
Yeah.
I could see. Yeah.
But that's something that's like, we really like Oathsworn. It's really cool. So I'm excited just to see like what they come up with next.
Right.
The production of Oathsworn is really cool as well. So I imagine this will be too.
Yeah, because this was a Kickstarter, I think 2 years ago. So it should be coming out this year. Again, who knows? But like, it should be, and yeah, it seemed cool. I mean, it seemed really, really cool.
So I'm hoping to get a chance to try it and stuff. Like the pictures and things of the components look cool.
Of course, yeah.
And, Oathsworn was pretty awesome. So I got to assume that it'll at least be similarly good.
We both like
very
it.
different
You
game.
particularly really like the kind of King Arthur-y theme.
Yeah, I'm into Arthurian legends stuff.
You are,
man.
yeah.
So, so I'm just like, hell yeah, let's go.
Next up is going to be Gaudi.
Yes, this is next one from Danny Garcia.
And
DeVere. So yeah, working together.
Is it Antonio Gaudi?
Antoni Gaudi,
Antoni Gaudi, yeah. So it's an architect, right?
Yes. Is it Catalonian architect?
Like Barcelona area?
Yeah, and so you are... they were very influential in kind of shaping, the future of architecture and stuff. And so you're kind of going through their life and the events of their life as you try to basically balance like these 3 tracks that are your avenues to scoring points. You're going to be playing cards out, I think, into sort of like a tableau. And then going up these 3 tracks, but you're only going to score your 2 lowest tracks. So it's I always enjoy the like you got to balance this stuff. Like you can't just leave one way behind because that's going to nerf your score. Right. But yeah, you're kind of putting out cards and tiles in this kind of tableau display. We don't know a ton of it, but the art is super cool.
Yeah,
looks really pretty. Danny Garcia I really like the weight level that Danny Garcia tends to occupy. They did Barcelona. Windmill Valley,
Daitoshi.
Yeah, a lot of so they can go heavier for sure, but they often hit this like really nice medium weight, which I like. And so this one, looks beautiful. Explores other cultures, which Danny Garcia often does, being a person from a different culture and everything like that. So like that's really cool to like learn about these people. Something I really liked in Barcelona was like learning about about like the way the city was built and stuff, things that I didn't know, which is awesome. So that's really cool. DeVere is just like any game they have in any year, I'm going to pay attention to and see what this is about because like their track record has been so solid. We obviously loved Covenant from last year. Don't know a ton about this one, but love the theming and everything. The idea of kind of playing cards and tiles into a tableau and stuff to score your points. As you kind of like Gaudi like dealt with like nature, religion, and kind of like another area. And those are sort of like the 3 pillars that you're sort of working on, and they all have different ways of sort of generating points.
Yeah. So this is one that was on the list last year. I would assume it's coming out this year.
I believe so.
La Patisserie Rococo.
Rococo.
So this is a game about baking, and it's kind of Rococo themed because Rococo is a popular theme.
Yeah, and it is sort of
similar-ish, right?
It's kind of, I think, like an intro to the mechanisms of Rococo. So
which Eagle Griffin does a lot with a lot of Vitello Cerda games.
Yeah.
They'll do kind of like This has got some mechanics of this other bigger game, but in a much smaller game.
Baby's
and
first
stuff like that.
Rococo.
Kind
you
of,
know?
yeah.
So now you are different patissiers working in a patisserie, which patisseries make very fanciful baked goods, very, very decorative.
Freaking
and
donuts.
things.
Donuts with Captain Crunch on top.
Dude, they, man.
Donuts with bacon on
That's
top.
fancy looking, right?
is fancy looking.
So you are borrowing the mechanisms from Rococo. I believe it's the same designer. So you are deck building and playing cards out to get ingredients and things to make these, patisserie, these baked goods. And then similar to Rococo, once you make a baked good, you'd have to decide, do I sell this right now? Or do I put it into my displays?
My display would be my mouth.
Because patisserie is very much like that. You have a beautiful window display to kind of draw people in. So it's like you're balancing that. And in Rococo, you are making garments and you either sell them or put them into the castle again to show off your stuff. So it's all that kind of that same stuff, but in a different theming. And I believe on the lighter side,
Yes.
at least compared to Rococo.
It looks really. I love Rococo, and I love the kind of baked goods theme here, and so I'm super into this one.
GBBO fan, and so Patisserie Week, always a very nice week. Always enjoy it. So love the theme a lot. Love Rococo. If it's sort of like a little bit lighter version of Rococo, I'm like, cool. Like I can get my wife to play that. She loves GBBO as well. Like this seems like a perfect. Like, yes, I can play this, at home with a fire going. So I'm like, let's go. I hope it comes out soon so we can try it.
We kind of all knew this game was going to come because the last one was very successful. This is going to be Let's Go to France.
Yeah, based on the title alone, it goes, let's go, ! To Japan. The first one, I'm like, that sounds like they're starting a series.
And it was very successful,
Can't
too.
confirm they have.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I assume they'll do another one because the first one was so successful, and we love the first one. I love Let's Go to Japan.
It's amazing.
It's a great game where you're on a trip to Japan. You're planning out a trip to Japan between Kyoto and Tokyo, and you're basically kind of drafting out these various activities and stuff that you're doing, trying to get these various symbols, trying to meet these different scoring conditions that are on the card. Really, really great. I love this game. I think it's so relaxing and fun. The art is beautiful, and we've said multiple times, but I just hope they do this with every tourist destination on the planet. Let's go to here, let's go to there. Because,
let's go to Des Moines.
Yeah. Do it.
Why not? Yeah.
Do all the 4 cards. That's it. Get wrecked, Des Moines. I don't know. Sorry, Des Moines. But nonetheless, it's and so I'm assuming the gameplay is going to be basically the same.
It seems like it. I was looking at some pictures and stuff, and you still have activity cards.
Yeah.
But one thing I noticed is there's a sideboard because this one, I don't know how it functions, but there's basically 4 regions of France. And so I don't know if that's the Kyoto to Tokyo thing,
right?
Or if you're focusing in one area, but there is a little side map with little people.
Yeah, I would assume
so,
they changed up a little bit at least.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, that's really cool. But it's things like you're gonna go to Paris, you're gonna see the Moulin Rouge, you're gonna, you're gonna go see the Eiffel Tower. I met, but wouldn't it be a flex if they no Eiffel
Just
Tower?
not one.
Not in this game.
And then make everyone be like, is there no Eiffel? It'd be so great. It'd be so funny to do.
Flex, dude.
Yeah, so let's go to France. Very excited. This is one of those series games, kind of like Horrified or something like that, where it's
cranking them out.
I'm like, I'll keep getting them because I like to have the series. I love the art. I really want to go to Japan and plan a trip with this game.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it'd be really fun to do something like that. It'd be a great video. Japan, hit us up, sponsor us. The entire country of Japan.
Where's the tourism board?
Yeah, whoever runs that place, let us know. We'll come out there. And we'll get a 10,000 view video out of it. Hey.
Boom, maybe it's worth it.
But nonetheless, I love this series of games. I think it's super cool, and I want to play them all.
Next up is the Great C.
Gotta love a good Garfield.
We're Garfield Games fans, folks.
We are.
This is the next one in their Ancient Anthology series. They actually have a couple of Ancient Anthology games coming out in this.
And really
or I should say crowdfunding in the first half, releasing usually in the back half of the year. But
so this hasn't been crowdfunded, but Garfield has a very good reputation.
They do. So we always... we're always confident when they run a campaign that the game will come out very soon. Mostly because we cover their games, and when we get our pre-production copy, it's just a finished board game. So
and they've been very open about how these are just pre-orders and stuff like that.
Yeah. So this is the next one in the Ancient Anthology series, and this one is about kind of shipbuilding and going around the Great Sea and trying to essentially either win through, domination via commerce or conquest. So you have these ships and stuff to open up trade routes and things, but also to kind of militarily win. And so I really like the idea, and I'm so curious how that's going to be, portrayed in terms of the mechanisms that you're going for. Like, do you kind of do a blend, I'm guessing, of your military might and your trade acumen, or do you hyper-focus in one area or the other? Sounds cool. I don't think it's going to be a game where you're blowing up each other's ships, but dominating areas.
I think with Garfield knows it probably won't be,
Yeah, and so I'm just super curious about this, but it's just like, Garfield games we love them, love working with them.
They're probably my favorite publisher in terms of like the games they make,
They make games that we like, because we like games that are similar to the games they like, and so it just works out often. But I'm always curious to see what's coming next. Yeah, the Great Sea looks pretty cool.
Get us visas to New Zealand.
Please. We try and get out of here.
I don't know how that works, but I would love to. Great Sea, super excited. Pick and choose any Garfield game coming out. That's one of our most anticipated games of the year. Next up, I'm excited mostly because of the cover. This is me, Brass Pittsburgh, and I will say we should be covering this one, so you will get a chance for us to see it. Now, here's the thing: will this come out this year? I don't know. The Kickstarter campaign hasn't even happened yet, so
I don't know.
It depends on how finished it is, right? It's like, are they just gonna we crowdfunded and then print it, kind of thing? Who knows?
TBD.
But nonetheless, Brass Pittsburgh. This is from the cultural metropolis of Pittsburgh.
Absolutely, man.
Steelers, Mike Tomlin out?
Dude, yeah.
How are we feeling about Mike Tomlin?
Mike Tomlin had to go out so that Brass Pittsburgh can come in.
Boom.
All right.
Indeed.
So this is a new Brass game. With
third one now, technically.
With Gavin Brown, who co-designed Brass Birmingham.
Yes.
Along with Martin Wallace, of course. And so this is another one that is kind of taking the foundations of Brass and all the stuff that you like from those games, at least in my case, like from those games, and put it into Pittsburgh and stuff, and kind of incorporating, the rise of, steel and iron production, oil as well. And kind of, I think, the rise of, diesel engine trains and things as we, go through the latter half of the 19th century. So I imagine it'll be a lot of the similar stuff where you're putting out tiles, but people can use the assets and things that are coming from those tiles as you kind of work through your tech tree and via card play. There's whiskey, which can add flexibility to your card play. So I'm curious how that's going to function. Right. Oil instead of beer. I imagine you can probably drink the oil, but it might kill you.
Oh, you can drink anything.
You can drink anything once.
You can drink anything once.
That's what they say. Don't do that, but you can.
You can drink anything.
But you should play Brass Pittsburgh if you like Brass.
I'm looking forward to it. It's been a very long time since I played Brass. As much as I love to joke about how much I hate Brass, it's more of a joke than anything else.
Sure.
Also because I haven't played Brass in a long time. I would like to play it again, and so this is a great kind of thing. Like, oh, do I actually want to go back and play Brass? And I love the cover. It's just I'm excited for it. I legitimately am. I'm not just joking.
Yeah, it's a cool looking cover, and it's one that, like, when it first came out, I just did double check. Like, it is not April, right? No, it's like fall. Is this real? Like, yeah it is. Yeah. And it's coming out.
This next one is another one that was on last year, but it should be coming out this year. This is World Order. This is by the same, the hegemonic game group who made Hegemony.
Yep.
Or Hagamone, as they say in Scotland.
Hagamone.
And so, so this is Hegemony.
Hedge money.
Honestly, hedge stuff. We have Hegemony. We'll probably play it eventually. I'm not really like, you want to try it more than me. But I am curious about it. But World Order is not the same game, but is made by the same people. It's a big, heavy game. But the main reason I really want to try this is because our dear friends Paula Deming and Matthew Jude, they covered it when it was on Kickstarter.
And
loved it. Particularly Matthew, like, kind of hegemony type games are really not his kinds of games generally. And he loved this game. And so we're both just like,
so surprised by that.
Okay, you two like this game. That makes me way more intrigued in this, know? And so I really, really want to try it.
Yeah, I do too. So this one kind of takes, Hegemony is very much based in, like, here and different, social classes and things. World Order brings it to a global scale, and now it puts 4 kind of global powers.
Right.
So you have the United States of America, you have basically Russia, the Republic of China, in the EU. And they all have their own advantages and disadvantages and things, and you are trying to figure out, you know, how and when to work with each other and what ways you can sort of dominate, you know, the I guess the direction we're heading in the world. If they either that's through trade and commerce and stuff, your military might, and things like that, and kind of playing these four main players, which are, and this is the same with Hegemony, where they put a lot of academic research into the game and stuff. So it's like it's not four fantastical races or something. It's like, no, these are the four actual world powers that are sort of doing these different things and kind of, you know, pushing their plan forward in their different ways. And so it's something that's really interesting.
Yeah.
With the world the way it is also, and this was the same thing with Hegemony, where we were like, man, like
it's
sometimes
tough being
I want to
lower class.
escape the real world.
Yeah. It's one of the things that I don't have much interest in Hegemony. I'm like, I just don't really. It's just that kind of theme. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that theme. Me personally, like, I just don't want to play a game that's like this. It simulates how hard the real world is. I'm like, I don't give a game about elves.
I live
like,
that.
It's like I use board games as an escape. I'm still interested in it. I'm still interested in World Order, but I'm mostly interested in World Order because two of our friends who really, really liked it, and so I'm very curious about it. But yeah, it was on last year's list. It's on this year's list. Hopefully, it's not on next year's list. Number one, again, this hasn't. I'm not entirely convinced this will come out this year, but I'm very, very excited. This is going to be Dungeon Crawler Carl Unstoppable.
Yes.
What a weird combo.
Yes. It is. Well, it actually makes a lot of sense.
I guess it does because they're both sci-fi and stuff. But so Unstoppable, which was one of our favorite games from last year, love Unstoppable.
So good.
And they're having a standalone expansion, so you can play it on its own. You can mix it in with the other one, based off of Dungeon Crawler Carl.
Not easy to say.
And the funny thing is like this. The announcement of this game is, I didn't know what Dungeon Crawler Carl was until the announcement of this game, and you've been listening to it. I recently bought it and I'm going to read it, and I'm very excited.
Yeah, so I had gotten the recommendation from a few different people about Dungeon Crawler Carl, which is a book series. And in a funny world weird world, sad world, whatever you want to call it, where basically a dude and his ex-girlfriend's cat get sucked into the World Dungeon.
Yeah, it's a big game show.
It's a big game show where basically they are forced to compete and survive for as long as possible, and they are given, you know, kind of like D&D attributes and level up and stuff in their abilities and everything like that, because these aliens basically from across the galaxy put on these game shows. And it's very funny because Carl is outside in his boxers with no shoes, at the time that this happens, and so he is going through this battle with him and his cat, Princess Donut, who gets the ability to kind of speak and stuff and has magical powers and shoots lasers out of her eyes.
She's just like way more powerful than he is.
Way more powerful than he is, but his like feet are indestructible at this point, basically, and so everything he just has to kick stuff a bunch, and it's great. And so it's just them navigating this world, and the writer. Basically creates like D&D type scenarios and stuff, and then from that sort of crafts the narratives of their books. It's really interesting.
I mean, we've talked about it with our dear friend Tall David a bunch because he loves writing and he loves D&D, and it's like GMing a D&D game is a great way to write a novel in terms of like understand world building and how to like create characters.
They've made shows based on Critical Role's campaigns. Yeah, so it is storytelling. So yeah, it's a really fun book series, which I've just gotten through the first book. So
you went all the way through it already? Oh wow! Okay.
It's very fun, and so when that announcement came out that there's like another Unstoppable, Dungeon Crawler Carl, I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually perfect because in that game there's like bosses and stuff they have to come up against and different little. All sorts of little gremlins and things they're fighting, and so I was like, "Oh, this is perfect because this is exactly kind of what Unstoppable already is." So I cannot wait.
Top tier hyped.
Dude,
yeah, love Unstoppable.
Dibs on Princess Donut immediately. She's gonna dominate. I'm so excited.
And it's completely intermixable with Unstoppable.
That's what I hear.
Which is great. Because like I said, it's all sci-fi stuff. So why not, right? So. Very, very excited for that. We'll see if that comes out this year or not. It says 2026 on the BGG page, so we're going with that.
Yeah.
Very, very excited.
The campaign with this game also has a Dungeon Crawler Carl RPG, which sounds also very awesome.
Yeah. So super excited. So that's our 10 most anticipated games.
It.
Thank you all for watching. Thanks for watching the update part if you watched that. Thanks for watching this part as well. Again, over on our Patreon, we have a lot of games from 2026 that we have already played because we cover games before they come out very, very often. So over on our Patreon, we're going to kind of talk about some 10 games that we've already played that are coming out this year that we do enjoy and such like that. And
Absolutely.
so, yeah, thanks for being here, y'all. We're super hyped for this year.
We have a lot of fun plans and
we're planning on boogieing on the channel, y'all.
Yeah.
So get them clicky fingers ready and click on in videos.
Click like. The thumbs up really do truly help.
They do honestly help.
Leaving comments really truly does help get YouTube excited for this video, and then they can push it out. So we appreciate anytime you interact with our content in any way. It is super helpful. And again, if you aren't subscribed, it's very easy to watch people all the time and realize you're not subscribed to them. So double check now.
Literally happened
as
to me
part of your
earlier.
New Year's resolution to yourself, and then subscribe if you could. We'd appreciate that. We're going for 75K. We're going to make a big push for it.
Why not?
So here's the year ahead, everybody. Keep your heads up. Again, if you're here and you find some value in what we do, we are super happy to hear that.
Yeah.
We hope that we can be a bright spot in some darker times. This hobby is a great way to put the screen down for a minute and get back into the real world. So go play some board games, and here's the year ahead.